Well, hello, welcome back. I know it's been a while. It's been like a little over a month, but for some reason my computer was acting funny, and as soon as I have somebody look at it, it's fine. So I just wanted to go over a little bit of my COVID. Um, Matt, watch him because he'll pull her teeth out. We got a new puppy. Um, you gonna bring her over? It's Mason's little dream dog. He's always wanted a chocolate lab. So this is her. You got a name yet?
Ruby.
Her name's Ruby. I thought you said Rosie at first.
Ruby.
Her name's Ruby. Ruby Schlegel is her name. And she's so cute. She likes to bite, but she's still cute. She's doing good pottying if we take her out quick enough. But I don't think she's pooped in the house, has she?
Yeah, she pooped earlier.
In the house?
Twice.
What?
Twice.
Little girl.
Twice.
So we gotta get her to maybe a bell or something so she can like start ringing the bell. But anyway, this is Ruby. I guess her name's Ruby. And it's Mason's baby. He's wanted one for a couple of years now. So, okay, take your Ruby. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the COVID. Beep, beep. I don't know if I can say that word. We'll call it C19. Since I've heard other people call it C19, that must be okay. Okay. Now, the first one I got, when I got home, I was tired. So I slept most of that day. Um, when I woke up the next morning, like I could barely move. Like I hurt so bad. Every bone, every muscle felt like I'd ran like a 25,000-mile marathon. I couldn't move. And um, my arm was so sore. Like for almost 2 weeks, I couldn't move it. And everybody was calling me a baby because I was holding it like this. Like I could do this motion, but this, no. And that was almost 2 weeks that I couldn't move my arm. You like our new pictures? Aren't they pretty? I think they're pretty. Um, so that was really basically the first one. Was I was just tired the first couple days. Um, I couldn't eat, and I couldn't move my arm that well, and that it did. It lasted a long time. Now the second one, I was scared because they say usually the second one's the worst. So I was all prepared, ready to go to sleep and wake up with my arm crazy sore. Um, it did make me sleepy. Um, I did sleep like the rest of that day and almost the whole day before. And my arm got sore, but within 2 days it was. I got a bruise right there. Oh. But within 2 days it was fine. So really, all I got with the second one was just tired. I did get a little bit of headache and my arm being sore. So now I'm wondering what the booster is going to be like. Because if the first one was worse, I don't know. But I've heard stories that the vaccine people are getting sued because the vaccine's like not helping them. It's more like how can I say it? I don't know what you can say on Facebook or not. Like I don't know where everybody gets, like, is there a list somewhere that says you can't say this, this, and this? Because I don't know what this, and this is. I know you can't say the C19. I've heard people call it the beep beep. Well, not the people. Nikocado Avocado. I love him. I watch him every day. If you're watching this, Nick, I love you and I follow you every day. Um, and be love. Um, but they don't talk. I don't know that they've got anything, to prevent it or anything like that. Um, but I just wanted to let you know that, all the way up until I got it, I was supposed to get it before we went to Puerto Rico, but from the time from surgery to the time we went, I didn't really have time because I had to wait a month in between. So I just got tested before we went to Puerto Rico, and then when we got back, I was still, going back and forth with it because it is scary. You don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know. You hear all these stories, and so I was just like, screw it, let's do it. Whatever happens, happens. Um, but yeah, by the time I got home, and it was probably like a 10-minute drive, maybe. But by the time I got home, I was out. I was sleeping so hard. But I will tell you, after you get it, they make you sit there for 15 minutes. And a friend of mine went with me. Actually, that's why I got it done because she had been bugging me. Let's go do it. Let's go do it. We need to do it. Sign it up. Sign it up. So I signed me up. And then I call her and I'm like, okay, I'm signed up on this day. She didn't even sign up. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But I was really scared of the side effects from it, or what it might do. But once I got it done and I was sitting there for 15 minutes, like this, like it just the weight off my shoulders of worrying and all that was done. Like I was glad I did it. Um, so when I went back and got the, you don't have to tiptoe. When I went back and got the second one, I wasn't as worried. I just thought it was going to be worse than the first one. I'd worked with, I don't know how people go to work afterwards because I work with a nurse that came to work the day after she got hers, and she was so flush, and you could just tell she didn't feel good. I don't remember if she had a low grade fever or not, but by noon she was fine. Like she was fine. Her arm was sore a little bit, but just everybody reacts different. You could go get it and not have any symptoms, or you can go get it and you can get some, what it is. Um, but I just want to get on here and tell you a little bit about my experience with the preventative thing in my arm. Um, the first guy I went to, the one who did it the first time, he was really nice. I think their techs do it, or somebody comes in there and does it. I know it's not the pharmacist, but he did really well, and he was really nice about it. And the second lady, she wasn't so nice. Like I hate it when people get in the medical field or whatever field they're in, and they're just always, rude and complaining. And so then quit, get out. Instead of being rude and mean to people, go find something you like to do. Like it's not that hard. If you're in nursing, you have so many options in nursing. And speaking of, I had surgery last May on my hip. That was my third surgery, and I have not been back to work. Hopefully, I start Monday. Um, I've been at my job at the juvenile for 6 years. 2 years I've been on restrictions, and it was not a problem because I would do the desk duty while the other nurse would pass meds, and that's a lot of work. The desk. The doctors don't want me standing on my feet for long periods of time because of my hip. And so after this surgery, she said I wasn't allowed to come back until I was completely restriction free. Well, I just found out Friday. I went and got a second opinion, and he come in and was ready to sign me up for a total hip. He said that's just the next step, and I was like, I don't. And my partner was like, well, can she think about it? And it scares me. It does scare me. And he's going through all these. things that could happen, things that couldn't happen. And he was like, but 9 times out of 10, you're pain free and you can walk and you can do things normally, but you can't run. You can't run at all. And I'm like, I have 8-year-old twins. Like, how am I not supposed to run? I'm not going to go outside and just sit and watch them play and not play with them. Um, I'm not going to do that. And his reaction was, well, you don't have to run to have fun with your kids. And for some reason, that struck a nerve. And I was just ready to go after that because, yes, I do want to be able to play with my kids and my grandkids if when I ever get one. I don't want to be one of them grandmas that just have to sit there and watch them play. I want to be able to play with them. But anyway, I know some of you are against it. I know some of you are for it. I don't care either way what you want to do. That's your body. I chose to get it. My partner chose to get it. I'm glad I got it. Will it help? Who knows? But there is a sense of security of knowing that I do have it. Except for this new strand or whatever that they're. Here comes Max's big head. That they are. Remove my light. Um, that it may not cover. But either way, I'm glad I got it, and I would get it again if I had to. Oh, look at this new phone case. I got a new phone, right? I think it's called S22 or something like that. But look at this phone case I found. Well, the phone's really pretty. It's like a army green kinda. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm clumsy and I drop my phone and shatter it. My last phone was like so shattered. But you open it and you can keep your license, you can keep your credit cards, you can keep insurance cards, money, whatever you want in there. I've never seen one like that. So it's kind of nice. I usually just carry a lanyard, and it has everything in it and 50,000 pictures of my kids. That's the only downfall is that I don't have pictures. But I do have the ones that I took on my phone. So I always have pictures of them because if you go through my camera roll, it's mostly my kids and the dogs. Oh no, let me see. Mia got a new friend, and her name is
Daisy.
Daisy. She's really cute. She's wanted a hamster for a while now. Every time we go into PetSmart, she would come out crying. She didn't want to go in PetSmart or Petco because they were all always staring at her or, calling her, telling her that they wanted to go home. So we surprised them last Friday, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks.
When they came home. Well, yeah, it was when they came home from spring break. We got them both one and got their tanks all set up. So when they went in their rooms, they could. Well, we had them set in Mia's room. Would you get back? So they could pick which ones they wanted. Mason's is really cute too and really sweet. But see if you can see that little face. Hi. But yeah, we have a zoo here right now. But we're planning to move. Hopefully soon, I hope. But we got 3 dogs, 3 cats, 2 hamsters, a fish. Am I missing anything?
3 dogs.
3 dogs, 3 cats, 2 hamsters,
1 fish.
1 fish.
That's.
I think that's enough until we move and get a bigger house. And
Yeah.
then maybe we can get another dog or a horse. I want to move somewhere where we can get a horse. That's what I want. But anyway, back to the video that I was wanting on the COVID. I know they're acting like it's no big deal right now. For some reason, they're not hyping it up. And all these different restrictions that they've lifted from school where they don't have to have you need to watch him, Mason, where they don't have to have masks on the bus or at school or anywhere, and they're not contact tracing anymore. If your kid's sick, all they have to do is stay home for 5 days and be fever free for 24 hours, and they can go back. Um, Makes a lot of sense. I know some of you will probably disagree with me because that's just that's just how it is. But that's okay. That's what I believe. That's what I feel. But if you're on the fence whether or not to get it, just go do it. I promise. You'll feel so much. You'll feel better. Um, in the long run. I think I did. Um, did you bring him in? Oh, there he is. She. Sorry, I keep calling it. She's chewing on that hoof. So anyway, if you're on the fence, should I, should I not, should I, should I not, should I, should I not? I say do it. Just do it. I mean, they make you sit there for 15 minutes, make sure everything's fine. Um, it really wasn't that big of a deal. And they give you a card. Mine wasn't that big of a deal. I'll just say that. Um, I made him do it. The first nurse was like, "What? Your dominant arm? You know, that's what most people do. The shots in their dominant arm." And so I told him my right. And then the next nurse, the second time, was going to do it my left, and I was like, "No, I want it in my right." And she was like, "Oh no, you don't. You had your last one in the right. You want this one in the left." No, I don't. I want it in the right arm. It's been a month. It's fine. Um, So if you do it, just do it in your dominant arm, because if your arm's sore, then that's the one you're going to be moving the most. And the more you move it after you get it done, the least it'll help. But I think he don't know what to think about that little puppy. He's friends though. He did kind of let her lay with him for a minute and cuddle, because he's a good boy, right? Um. So anyway, that was my experience with the COVID vaccine. Um, do I think everybody should get it? I think it's up to you what you prefer. Um, I know with my daughter, oldest daughter Jordan, I prefer she did not get it. Um, right now, there was a big thing about, it can cause infertility, even in boys, and you have to be careful, like 6 months after you have it, because it could cause problems with the baby. And I don't want that, but they're against it anyway, so I don't think she plans on getting it. And even if it wasn't, then I heard those side effects weren't real. Um, that it does not cause infertility and blah 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 blah. But who wants to take that chance? I wouldn't. Um, if I could have another one, I would. Hmm. What if we can make that possible? I would take another baby. We probably have to adopt though, because I'm. No, I think I'd be all right. Anyway, um, so that's my opinion. That's what happened to me. Um, like I said, if you're on the fence, what do I do? What do I do? I'm scared. What do I do? Quit reading everything you read. If you look up the adverse reactions of, or the, what the reactions that could have, the symptoms, that would scare you. Any medication you take, there's problems and there's issues, and you wouldn't take it if you read the full disclosure of what it could do to you. Tylenol, I mean, ibuprofen, whatever the medicine is, it doesn't matter. Um, there was one med what they put me on. I didn't take it because I got on in line and read and the symptoms of it. It was a sleep. It was my mom's. It was a sleeping medicine that she used to take. I don't know, I forget. So I ended up throwing it away because I was too scared from reading the side effects. But she did find out sassafras, sassafras, I think it is. I think it's like sassafras or something. But anyway, now I'm just rambling. So I'm glad I'm back. I'm going to go try to upload this if I can. The kids both got a game that they would like to do. So we'll be back to do games, and hopefully I'll be back to doing videos every day. Wouldn't that be nice? Although I am going to try to start going back Monday. It's kind of bittersweet because I loved working at the juvenile, especially when you got to the kids. You know, not all of them you can get to, but there's some of them that you can. You know, they really do talk to you. They trust you, and you really can help them. And I have one. I've never accepted a friend request. I've ran into a couple, um, and I love seeing them on the streets, like in their, oh wait, was this mine? In their normal clothes, because at work they just wear khaki and green shirts. And I can give them a hug. We're not allowed to touch them at work. Like, we can fist bump them, and medical wise, if they need touch, you can touch them. But you're not allowed to give them a hug or nothing like that. So I do like running into them at stores because then I can give them a hug. But there is one guy that I do talk to fairly often. He's doing amazing. Um, and I hope he continues to do amazing. I believe he will. I thought about doing an interview with him. Um, you know, like just like the life and the juvenile DOC. But I don't know. I don't know if I can. I'd probably have to call him and ask them and do all kinds of stuff. So, did he take that bone away from the puppy?
No.
Oh. So anyway, I'm done with this video. Just know I got the vaccine. I'm alive. I'm good. I'm fine. Don't have any effects afterwards. Some people do. So like I said, if you're on the fence and you're balancing back and forth, just do it. Because after my first one, I really was like inside. I was like, you know, like this, just like a, you know, like it's done, it's over. It's not over because I had to go back in 30 days. But you know what I mean. I was glad that I did it. I won't. I think my sister's boyfriend for fiance was talking about um that they had him for 5 and 6-year-old five, but they're pulling that off the market or something. I don't know what it is, but I wouldn't get them done. I wouldn't get them done. Actually, everybody in our house has had COVID except for Mia, unless she just somehow made it under the radar. Um, but okay, I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna see if this video is working. If it is, I'm gonna get it out, and then maybe we can get I can start getting it back out every day because it was acting funny. My laptop was acting funny, and then I got frustrated, and I was like, forget it. And then I've just been thinking about it lately, so I pulled it out to see what I could do, and what do you know, it works. So I'm gonna go see what I can do with this one if I can get it uploaded and going. So until I see you, remember, stay blessed. What do we say? Stay up, stay blessed, and I love you. And I will see you at the next video, probably with the kids playing a game. Bye bye. Deuces.